When life keeps you busy and you can't get to the store, shop online with Strack & Van Til To Go. Our to-go service is easy to use. Register using your rewards account information, fill your virtual cart, and choose delivery or pickup. Once your order is in, our own Strack & Van Til team preps your order with care. With our to-go service, you can earn reward points and save time and money with our online coupons and weekly ad prices. Life made simple, shopping made easy. For more information or to sign up, visit shop.strackandvantil.com.
Hi, I'm Crowell Company's Lantern Man. I'll cover your motorcycle. I'll be with you on the water. I'll be with you on the snow. I'll cover your insurance needs wherever you go. I'll be at Crowell Agency from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. As Crowell Company's Lantern Man, I'm your insurance superhero.
Crowell Companies, the insurance professionals in Highland, Maryville, and Michigan City.
Can't wait for summer, but dreading the heat because your old AC let you down? Don't sweat it out this summer. Call Economy Electric Heating and Cooling. The professionals there can fix you up. Install a central air unit that'll last for years. Your family deserves to stay comfortable. And with a 24/7 emergency service, comfort is just a phone call away. Give them a call at 219-923-4441 or check them out on the web at 4ajobdoneright.com.
Good evening and welcome, everybody, to the Region Sports Network. We're streaming live tonight on the internet at regionsports.com, facebook.com/regionsports, and youtube.com/regionsports as we come to you live tonight from Lake Central High School, where the Region Sports Network presents a boys-girls doubleheader. It's the Valparaiso Vikings taking on the Lake Central Indians. I'm Chris Ramirez. I'm sitting in for a few minutes here for Michael Bradner. I got Jay Simmons with me. What's going on, Jay?
Nice to be here tonight, Chris. First basketball game of the season. I am fired up for it. You've got two Doolin Conference teams going tonight, 6-0 and 5-0 in conference. So they're going for control of the Doolin.
Yeah, conference implications here. Lake Central can basically ice it with the victory. Valparaiso gets a victory. They can earn themselves a share of the title. So something on the line tonight.
Yeah, there is. And both teams are playing for some pride tonight as well. You got Lake Central coming in at 17-4. Valparaiso 13-6, so they're both very similar in their records, but they got some contrasting styles out there tonight, as we're going to cover as we go through the pregame.
Yeah, we sure will. Welcome in, everybody. Again, game night in the region here. Zach Miller's on the camera to my right. We got the Duke, Mike DeWan, handling things. Actually, I got that backwards. Zach is to my left and Mike is to my right, but what difference does that make? We're all here together, and that's all that matters.
One
and you know what,
happy
Jay?
Family.
Absolutely. It's going to be a big night out here. A lot of basketball going on, a lot of stuff going on at Lake Central right now. Not a spot to be had out there in that parking lot.
Oh, absolutely.
One of the reasons for that, and I think it's going to fill up in here in a little bit, 4 basketball games going on tonight. We got the boys and girls doubleheader. The girls will start first here. We've already actually a triple header in the big gym here because the girls' JV is already played.
The boys' JV was in the field house.
Right, so that was in the field house. So I'm imagining some of those parents and kids are going to make their way over here for the big games. And we're going to have a packed house inside the Lake Central gym, so it should be a fun atmosphere tonight.
Hey, I also saw the wrestling room packed with people as I was walking in. So everything's going on here tonight.
Yeah, I was shocked when I pulled in about 5:30. I thought, wait a minute, did the game start early? Am I late? What's going on? I'm parking in the back of the lot here.
I double parked.
Quite well, you can get away with it, Jay. You got a lot of clout here. So
hey, I even got us chairs.
If I'd have known, I'd have found your car and parked right next to it. But we're going to have a fun night of basketball. And for all you guys that are wondering, this is Friday Night Lights basketball style. Moved a day ahead to Thursday. Apparently a lot of snow coming that way, at least the forecast says in Porter County and LaPorte County. starting sometime tomorrow.
Yeah, some heavy lake effect snow going to sock Valpo. I guess it's going to be 8 to 12 inches by tomorrow afternoon out there, and just a light dusting here of 5 or 6 inches.
Yeah, normally it's the other way. Well, I can't say what they normally get out there, but normally we get hit pretty hard on the Lake County side. So going to take a bit of a break, hopefully, and not hit us too hard. But you know what? We've got basketball going on not only here tonight. We've got the Porter County Conference Tournament, courtesy of Morris Motor Services. That's going on right now on Region Sports on our Facebook, YouTube, and website. 2 games there from Boone Grove, the boys' side of things. Tomorrow we're back at South Central for the girls' semifinals, 2 games. Then Saturday, all day Saturday, Jay, we've got basketball from Boone Grove, 4 games, 2 in the morning, 2 in the evening, including the boys and girls championships. And then we're back here Saturday in this gym all day long for the Duneland Athletic Conference Wrestling Championship. So a big day on Saturday coming up, a big weekend
yes.
On the Region Sports Network. So thank you for joining us, everybody. And, as we're talking about it here, Jay, big basketball game coming up tonight. Lake Central holds the lead right now in the conference at 6-0. They can wrap it up with a victory tonight, but Valparaiso is going to try their best to prevent that from happening and hopefully come away with a share of the title. But let's take a look at the keys to the game here, Jay. We've got Valpo and Lake Central, both real good quality teams going at it. What's going to be the key to victory for both sides?
Well, Valparaiso's a much bigger, more physical team, and it's all going to start inside their offensive rebounding. This is the biggest weakness on the Lake Central defense is their team rebounding, where Valparaiso is just the opposite. They hammer the boards. The differential for Valparaiso in terms of rebounding is 6-7 rebounds versus another team. That's how many more they average. And if they can hit that offensive glass and get those second chance points, they could run away with this. And then on the other hand, Lake Central has got to be able to, crack that 1-3-1 pressure on the offensive side and get some easy looks. And if they can't get some easy looks, kick it out to the three-point line and get hot from the three-point line. That's where Lake Central is going to excel.
Yeah, and you talk about, Valparaiso's size, 4 players on the roster, 6 foot or bigger. Remember, everybody, we're talking about girls basketball here, so that's some extreme size. Lake Central can't match it, just 1 player at 6 foot on the roster for them. Yeah, so the game styles are going to vary a little bit.
Yeah, completely different styles. And for Valparaiso or for Lake Central, you have a very spread out scoring. You have 5 players averaging between 7 and 10 points a game. So as I talked to one of the coaches from Lake Central, they said what they do is they find the hot hand and they just feed the beast.
And then about 2 minutes or so, we'll have a tip-off for tonight's ball game. So again, Lake Central hosting Valparaiso tonight, the first of a double-header. And we see one of the teams coming out in pink tonight, so we didn't know about this, Jay. Is this,
that's Lake Central.
That's Lake Central in pink. So is there something special about tonight that we don't?
I didn't get the memo on that one.
Yeah, news to us as well, but very, very cute uniforms, very cool. So we'll see if Valpo comes out in their traditional road uniforms or if they have maybe a road version of this uniform, who knows. But typically speaking, obviously Lake Central plays in the home whites, but tonight they got the special pink uniform. We'll see if we can find out why.
Yeah, and so for Valparaiso, one of the players, their star players, Lillian Barnes, averaging 17 points a game, 6 rebounds, and 5 assists. So wherever she goes, that I'm sure is going to be the focus of Lake Central's defense, trying to either stop her from creating points by giving assists or by scoring.
Yeah, potential D1 level talent there is what I was told about her. So definitely a player to watch in tonight's ball game. Now, Jay, again, contrasting styles here. So let's take a look. If you're Valpo with the size advantage and all of that, probably looking to get the ball down low and score as often as possible, I would think, right?
And, you work that ball inside, higher percentage scoring, more baskets, and again, if they can crash those boards, either A, on offense, get that second chance point, or B, get that ball out in transition and get the ball up the court is what they're going to look to do. Valparaiso is going to want to get as high a scoring game as possible.
That's kind of what I thought you were going to say. So for Lake Central, they're going to want to slow things down a little bit then and try to keep the score under 50 points per team.
Yes, and try and get into their set offense and look for some open threes.
All right, about less than 30 seconds here as teams line up now for the national anthem. So we'll join that when it gets started. And, Jay, do we have starting lineups ready?
Yes, we do. Right here, right next to the...
All right. Well, I believe we're going to get to the anthem here, so we'll do the starting lineups when the anthem is complete. Over 200 years old is that song, Jay, and still one of my favorites.
Yes, it is.
All right, and of course that means we're about to play ball here, get set here for tip-off. Starting lineups will be coming, but Jay, as the PA gets set to do that, let's take a look at them ourselves.
All right, so we got...
let's start with, we have Valpos?
Yeah, right there. You can do those. I'll do the Lake Central. How's that?
We'll start with the visiting Valparaiso Vikings here. Candace Clark will start at the shooting guard. The point guard will be Lillian Barnes. Power forward is Cheyenne Brown, with Becca Gert being also, I guess, a shooting guard, it says here, and then Candace Clark as well. I think I mentioned her already, as well as Reagan O'Halleck.
Yeah, and for Lake Central Indians, you've got Riley Malosnik, Nadia Clayton, Vanessa Wimberly, and number 33, Anaya Bishop, and number 35, Aaliyah Krieger.
Okay, and the players are just now getting set to be introduced on the court.
You know, we talked about Lake Central's balance of scoring. You've got Malosnik with 9 points a game, Nadia Clayton with 9 points a game. You got Vanessa Wimberly with 8 points a game, Anaya Bishop 9 points a game, and Krieger with 9 points a game. So that's some real balance right there.
Well, you rarely see it that even across the board.
And like I said, they when I talked to Coach, he said they go with the hot hand.
Well, that makes sense. When you're going to have that kind of balance, that's the thing. You obviously don't have one particular go-to person.
That's right.
It's whoever has the hot hand, and that makes the most sense. So, all right, lights are down, and we'll join the PA now for the Lake Central starting lineup introductions. Okay, here we go. The lights are up.
Hey,
Just
I'm
about time
fired up.
Yeah. Wasn't that something, huh? Fired up just like it says up there on the big electronic board. Something that I've noticed, at least it's new to me, Jay, is the bleacher section over there in the, I guess is that the south end zone? I believe it is. But either way, the student section over there. They call it the lake effect.
Hey, I didn't even notice sign. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
That would be the north end, though.
Oh, that's the north. I'm backward. I'm turned around. Okay. All right, well, we're just about set for tip-off. Who we got in the circle there, Jay?
Let's see. It looks like we have.
I'm going to test your eyesight.
I can't see that. It was number 33, Anaya Bishop, and with the long hair, I can't tell. Number 30, it's Gettert.
That's okay. We'll get to it. Lake Central has the ball. They're the team in pink, obviously. The home team here.
As you can see, like we talked about in the pregame, it's going to be that 1-3-1 trap. But they've got to be able to move that ball quickly. And once you get it to the side, if they can you got to really penetrate or look for that open three or somebody cutting across from the weak side in that one of those open areas.
Lake Central inbounds the ball. There's an open look. Three-pointer, can't knock it down. Ball's tipped out. It's going to go to Valparaiso. That was Vanessa Wembley on the shot there that rimmed out.
Yeah, she had a nice wide open look, was able to set her feet, but just didn't get it to bang home. Yep,
if they can get more of those looks, they're going to be okay tonight as long as they can start knocking them down. But that's the kind of game plan they're looking at. Valpo has it here, top of the key. Pass underneath, stolen.
That's good. Some good help side defense right there from the backside by the Lake Central Indians.
Riley Malosnik brings it up. Ball tipped back across the line. Malosnik has it again. Into the corner. Cross court back to Malosnik for an open look. She hits the back of the rim. Rebound Lake Central. And
Nadia Clayton with the two. Start Lake Central off.
Lake Central with the early 2-0 lead now. Lillian Barnes brings it up court for Valpo. Drives the lane, spins. Can't get it to fall.
Good job. Oh, trying to push that ball up the court for Lake Central. Ill-advised pass.
There's the shot, rims out for Valpo. Rebound Lake Central. That was Krieger with the rebound.
And that looked like Regan Ohelic with the first foul for Valparaiso.
Lake Central brings it up court. Malosnik far side. Here's the three-pointer. Back of the rim, no good.
Lake Central,
Valpo with the rebound.
Lake Central doing a nice job trying to slow this game down a little bit. Trying to keep it more of a possession type game instead of push up and down the court looking for fast breaks.
It's almost as if Valpo's giving them those three-point looks here early on, it seems.
Yep, Lake Central's really got to take advantage of those, especially with that size differential.
Valpo moving the ball around, trying to get it down low.
Ohelic, number 11, takes a shot, second chance points.
And there's the putback, it's good. Tough to get that jersey number, but
yes,
we'll get it for you.
Number 30.
30, that's Becca Gert that got that bucket to tie things up. Lake Central from the corner, no good. They've had some really nice looks at the basket.
Strong take right there.
Nice drive to the bucket.
Number 33.
That's Bishop. She's had quite a career so far. She's got more to go. 4-2 Lake Central. Stacy Adams is in the house. Valparaiso athletic director. Stacy got us some snacks he's bringing up?
Yeah,
is that what he's doing?
It's awfully nice of him.
That'll come right up here, thank you. We got a foul out there, Jay. I was waving to Stacy. Did you see what happened?
Reagan Ohelic with the foul. That's her.
That's 2 on her already then, isn't it?
Oh, I'm sorry. That was
other way around. Right, yep.
On Barnes on that one. Well, it looks like then it's on Krieger right there with picking up the first foul. Hits both of them. Tied game up at 4.
Lake Central across half court with it.
Nadia Clayton with the open look. Krieger with the rebound.
It gets away from her. Lake Central just unable to hit those 3-pointers right now.
And what we talked about that in the pregame. That's got to be one of the keys to the game right there for them. They've got to hit those open looks.
Drive down low, ball gets away. This is Wimberly. She drives no good. Rebound Bishop.
And 1.
That's good, and the bucket and the foul.
Bishop with her 4th point of the game. Foul on number 30, Becca Gertert. Unable to complete the 3-point play.
6-4 our score now. Valparaiso brings it up court.
Oh, nice high screen right there. Open look, nice pass right there by Barnes.
That's easy money for Valpo. If they can make that happen, it's going to be a long night for Lake Central. Bishop in the corner, double team now. She's got her hands full and makes a pass. It gets away. Michael Bradner is in the house. I'm going to pass the microphone over to him. Here's the whistle. It's a good time. You ready, Mike, or you want to wait? All right, here's Michael. Thank you, everybody.
He's jumping into the deep end of the pool. Welcome aboard, Michael.
Well, there's nowhere else to jump when you're on the call, Jay, so. Appreciate the man, the myth, the legend, Chris Ramirez taking over.
Nadia Clayton picks up the personal foul right there.
Right up and in.
Wide open look.
For Valparaiso. Reagan O'Halleck right there getting that early bucket. Yeah, you have to catch me up, get the flow of this game. I heard I was doing a little coaching at the other end, and the lights went out, and it freaked me out for a second.
Yeah, a little pregame celebration for the Lake Central Indians.
Nadia Clayton goes for the 3, doesn't make it, but there's a foul underneath the basket.
Something away from the ball. Looks
Yeah.
like going to be number 30 of Valparaiso for a little bit too physical on the box out.
So Beckett Gert.
That's her 2nd.
And look at you. I even appreciate you even doing the numbers and everything here for us.
Yeah.
Jack of all trades.
I did miss some free throws, though, somewhere.
That's all right. We'll figure it out.
Oh, okay. All right. My fault. We're going the other way with the foul. That is going to be Nadia Clayton's 2nd foul. Sorry, I'm doing this in pen, so I can't erase that.
You're good. You're good. Actually, Jay, it was Ayla Krieger with the foul.
Oh, Krieger, my fault.
You're good. You're good. But here's Nadia Clayton driving up. Can't get the basket to go. Rebound comes into Riley Malosnik. Taking this one out, stolen away by Lily Barnes. Definitely the one that you want to keep your eye on for sure for Valpo as she picks up a bucket. Number 23, she has been an impressive player here in girls basketball here around Northwest Indiana. Definitely one of those premier players that is putting girls basketball on the map here in the region. Little over tap over here to Kennedy Burks, back out, trying to get around this, a little bit of a 1-3-1 zone here. Skip pass to Burks, who tries to drive the lane, gets it kicked out from behind.
Oh, looked like it missed a little bit of a hand check right there from behind, but no call was made. Ball turned over.
Yeah, they're going to say it got all ball, so there it goes.
The problem right now, and I'll bring you up to speed, is
Yeah.
Lake Central has not been able to hit their threes. They have had several wide open looks. They just can't find a hot hand.
And they shoot 30% from beyond the three-point line, so something to keep an eye on as the game progresses. Lily Barnes trying to fight her way here. This one picked off. Here comes Iwema. Feeds it up the floor. Waits for the pass. Nadia Clayton. Here's Vanessa Wimberly driving it all the way to the rim and scoring.
Wimberly, nice take right there to the basket. Her first 2 of the night.
Well, the reason she wears number 23, I would think, right? Michael Jordan-esque.
Yeah. Strong take to the basket.
Barnes with it now. Trying to find some kind of alley as they dump it down inside. Gert tries to kick it back out. We got people all over the floor, bodies all over the place, and finally a whistle, and they're going to call a kick ball after all that. And now we've got everybody helping each other up.
Yeah, that's some good sportsmanship right there.
That's the IHSAA for you if I've ever seen it. So it'll be Valpo ball here with 1:27 to go here in this opening quarter. And I don't know if you and Chris talked about it. Duneland outright title on the line tonight for Lake Central. If not, they've already won a share of it because they're 6-0 in conference play. But if Valpo can get a win here today, could be a shared title between the two teams. Trying to feed this one. Really strong defense for Lake Central. Lily Barnes trying to find something here in the paint, and we've got a call here.
With some tenacious, tight defense right there by the Indians.
So the foul will go to Nadia Clayton. That is her second.
All right, now I can unscribble it in the book.
There you go. Oh, feed right down and in, left her all alone. That looked like Gert. I believe that's number 30. With that basket there, yes, it was. Burks feeding it out. Bishop, here's Wimberly. Thought about feeding it into the Brock there, but Iwema was guarded heavily. So this 1-3-1 zone, a little bit tough for Lake Central right now, trying to find those lanes. Wimberly dribbles through it. Bishop trying to drive baseline, kicks it out to Iwema, who gets it in the paint.
Boy, nice ball movement right there. Worked it inside and was able to get the 2-foot little jumper right there.
Yeah, I wonder what Lake Central's been working on in practice this week. Is trying to get around that 1-3-1 zone here. 30 seconds to go in the quarter. Barnes driving, fighting her way to the basket. What a move, Lily Barnes. I mean, just muscling her way to a basket.
Yeah, great job. Good positioning, good footwork right there. Able to get the wide open, not wide open, but a very strong 2-point layup.
Burks over in the corner, and losing it was Bryn Leonard. Just a junior, but has already committed to IUN. Yeah, Valpo 5-0 in conference play. Still has to play Michigan City. That'll be on the 23rd. At Michigan City, they force this one up. Bucket won't go. So at the end of one, Valparaiso leads it 14-10. We'll go to the second quarter. On the other side of this break, you're watching Game 9 of the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
This box is small, like Pet Supplies Plus. This one is large, like a big box store. In each, Stu, has carefully hidden a toy. Question is, which dog will find it first? Ta-da! Moose, no! You were so close.
Four Seasons Mechanical proudly serves Northwest Indiana, providing quality, reasonably priced, reliable service. With a quality and comfort guarantee, the professionals at Four Seasons Mechanical offer a wide range of services in heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. Whether it's residential or commercial, Four Seasons Mechanical is there 24/7. To find out more, the website is fourseasonsmechanical.com or give them a call at 219-756-7020. Four Seasons Mechanical, your indoor air quality specialists.
Welcome back to Game Night here on the Region Sports Network. Start of the second quarter between Valparaiso and Lake Central. We've got a doubleheader here tonight on the Region Sports Network, at least from the Lake Central side. We've also got PCC action going on as well. So a lot going on here on the Region Sports Network tonight, bringing you all the action. And here we've got a girls-boys doubleheader here from Lake Central.
Exciting.
I don't know if last year was the first year that they started. I know they did this last year as well. I don't know if they did this in the past, but beyond that, as Lily Barnes starts the quarter driving, gets a little triple defense here. It's stolen away. Iwema feeds it ahead. Here's Vanessa Wimberly, who drives, tries to get through the contact, puts it up, no good. Ball on the ground. Rebound comes down to Valparaiso. Here comes Barnes trying to feed it ahead. Gets it up ahead to O'Hallock, who feeds it down underneath. This one's swatted out of the air. Trying to go for the layup. Can't get it to fall.
Well, Lake Central doing a nice job on that transition defense. Putting a hand up on that wide open layup.
Kennedy Burke's no good on the three, as you mentioned in that opening quarter. The three ball kind of a strong get for Lake Central here so far tonight.
Very elusive, the three ball for them. They have not. I don't think they have not hit one yet.
Feeding to the baseline, almost stepping out of bounds there is Bishop. Riley Malosnik driving, thought about passing, throws it up, no good. And I'll tell you what, the officials are letting him play. Yeah, officials are letting him play today. Just 1 minute into the quarter. Feeding up underneath and in for Valparaiso. Reagan O'Hallock gets her second bucket of the night.
Yeah, O'Hallock just a good strong post there, was able to get some good position, good look and turn to the basket.
Wimberly trying to drive through the contact, and now a foul here, and Lily Barnes is kind of looking, going, okay.
You didn't let that. You didn't call that last time,
right? 6-point lead for the Vikings. Now, one note, and I'm sure Coach Wilson probably won't totally appreciate this comment, but this is when you start looking at games like this, it's a fair assessment. But since her tenure has taken over, she's in her 10th season here with Valparaiso. She's looking for only her second win in her tenure against the Lake Central Indians, and she's in a good spot right now.
Yeah, and just as you were talking over there, Anaya Bishop, strong take to the basket, draw the contact, shooting for two, missed her first free throw attempt.
All right, free throw is up and good for Anaya Bishop.
Bishop with the first point of the second quarter.
For Lake Central.
Yes. Yeah,
it's been a while since you and I worked together, on a broadcast at least.
Yeah, and Reagan O'Hallock takes a break from the starting lineup.
Bishop 2 of 2 from the line on that trip here in the first half. 6:35 left to go in the opening half. Trying to drive here now. The give is to Lily Barnes, who's got a wide open lane. Couldn't get the ball to fall. And now there's going to be a foul against Lake Central here.
Yep, they just call it out of bounds on it. Looked Iwema. Or no, I take that back. It looks like it was out of bounds on Krieger.
Krieger, yep. Trying to feed it up and in. No foul there. A lot of contact. These officials are definitely letting them play. We've definitely seen some fouls both ways here. Krieger shoots pretty well from beyond the arc. This one's stolen away by Wimberly here. Kick right back to her. Trying to feed to Krieger. Here's Clayton. This one out of bounds. It'll stay here with Lake Central.
You know, that's one of the things we talked about in the pregame is how Valparaiso has dominated the boards offensively and defensively, and Lake Central has come up with their fair share of second chance baskets here.
So kicking it to the backcourt right now. 6 minutes to go in this first half. We got awards we'll hand out at the end of this one. I'll tell you about those in just a moment. And the one thing, if you're going to try to beat this defense here, which is basically smothering Lake Central beyond the three-point arc right now and making it hard to feed in. This one's stolen away, falls on the ball. That was Wasserman, and now we've got a whistle here. We'll call it jump ball, and the possession.
Defensively, Valparaiso's only given up 40 points a game, and you can see why.
Right, exactly. I mean, that defense is just smothering you beyond the arc. But if you do get the ball past it, though, there's a good chance you can probably get a bucket. Not always the easiest thing. Addition to Malosnik. Ball is going to go out of bounds. It's going to stay here with Lake Central, though.
I think with that 1-3-1 look, especially with the size Valparaiso has, that they're able to get a hand up in all the shooters' faces. So Lake Central's got to look to get that ball inside.
Wimberly letting it fly, and it'll go out of bounds. So the one thing that you notice
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, for Valpo, the reason why that 1-3-1 defense works is because we got a lot of height, a lot of linkiness to the spreading the floor here and getting those arms out there, as we see here.
As Lake Central put on a little full court press action here. Try to slow the pace of the game down even more so.
Lily Barnes fighting her way to the basket, gets another one.
Nadia Clayton had some good defense right there, but Barnes just able to take it strong to the hole. Well, we got another foul. Now a little ticky-tack call right there. It looks like on Candace Clark.
Well, when it happens literally right in front of the official, I guess it's kind of hard to say, okay, I didn't see that.
And she did try cutting off baseline and just did not have position there.
Now, I know you would never, cheat in the game. That's just not your MO.
Whatever it takes to win.
You would call fair plays, right? As Riley Malaznik, who's usually one of the best three-point shooters on the team.
Krieger with the strong offensive rebound.
And she was trying to put it up, too, so she's going to get to go to the line on this one here.
Yeah, Valparaiso up 18-12.
So the foul on Cadence Clark. So Krieger will shoot 2 here, try to make this a 4-point game again.
You got to flip your scorebook over.
Oh, that's right, I do. Appreciate you. It's Krieger missing on the first. Doing a little bit of cleanup from the coaching I was doing earlier. I had to leave. Krieger over 2, but the rebound comes to Clayton.
Well, like I said, Lake Central, the ball hits the floor on that offensive side. Lake Central's been coming up with it with just some good hustle.
Well, I'm assuming I haven't watched every Valparaiso game this year, but eventually at some point in this game, unless endurance is at its all-time peak, I would get tired out here after a little while.
Yeah.
That's just me.
And another thing just to throw out there, that little incomplete pass right there. One of the coaches I was talking to called it a pick 6 right there. You give the ball up and you give the other team some chance for points.
I know you're all about those pick sixes.
Yeah, the football terminology.
Feeding right up and in. Becca Gert, 6 points on the night. A little too easy. Riley Malaznik trying to get this one there. And we do have a lot. So we were saying that there was a lot of contact, and they were kind of letting them play, and now all of a sudden, like as soon as you put a hand anywhere near the vicinity, it's a foul.
Yeah, Gert with the nice take for Valparaiso right there. Strong roll to the basket.
So that is Gert's second foul of the game. So Riley Malaznik will shoot 2 as Valpo is already in, or Lake Central's already in the bonus with 4:16 still to go here in the half.
Lake Central has missed their last 3 free throws. Shooting free throws can be contagious, whether making or missing.
You just need to see it go in, and that's what's going to work. By the way, you Lake Central fans, you can contact Mr. Simmons at 219.
What did I say wrong?
I didn't say it was wrong.
Oh.
Yeah, that's Riley Malaznik knocks the second one down.
All right, so they're 1 for 4 in this quarter on the free throw line.
They're actually 3 for 6.
Well, in this quarter?
Yes.
Oh.
See what happens when you keep the book?
Yeah.
Trying to feed this one down. Malaznik with the steal. She's bringing it up the floor. Tries to feed it to Wimberly. Has to gather it. She draws no contact, and you can see a ton of the fans going absolutely berserk as Lily Barnes with the jump shot. No good. Trying to go back up and in. Waiting for the defense to clear on the other end.
Number 30.
That's Gert. 8 points on the night for her.
Yeah, she's having a strong showing so far. She's averaging 15 points on the season.
Bryn Leonard trying to pass it on the baseline. Finds Clayton. Here goes Malaznik for 3. That's normally her shot. Bryn Leonard with the rebound over Gert. Really nice move there. Trying to swing past it here. Clayton for 3. Just off the mark. Ball comes down to Gert. Lily Barnes looking to push it up the floor. And we've got Coach Wilson pleading the officials for a timeout, and she'll take a full timeout, so we'll step aside. You're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Blythe's Team Sports in Valparaiso is a leader in athletics apparel and equipment sales. With in-house production including screen printing, trophies, embroidery, and more, Blythe's can help you to create the perfect look. For more information, visit them online at teamblythes.com. Blythe's Team Sports in Valparaiso, where the athletes shop.
Hi, this is Tim down at Tire Pros and Auto Superstore, 5200 Cleveland in Maryville. 219-887-3333 is our phone number. We've been serving the region and building relationships with our valued customers for the past 23 years. We have a wide variety of services, quality tires with the best warranty in the nation, and some of the most skilled mechanics I've ever worked with. Let us exceed your expectations. We're setting a new standard. Come on down, ask for Mike or Tim. We'll take excellent care of you. Thank you.
Welcome back to Game Night on the Region Sports Network. Michael Brenner here along with Jay Simmons. I guess I got to save my open for, I didn't get to have the open for this game. I got to save one for the next game.
Yep.
Game 2 of our doubleheader. We'll have that around 7:30-ish for the boys matchup here.
And I see you've pulled up the Crowell Lanternman Super.
I sure have. Yeah,
of the game.
We've got 3 awards we're going to hand out, and as Jay mentioned, it's the Crowell Company's Lanternman Superhero of the game. They're proud to recognize the superheroes on the basketball court. And we've got the play of the game and the blue collar player of the game presented by the Region Sports Network.
If I'm going to have to pick right now, I'm going with Gert.
A lot of contact there as Barnes goes up and scores.
Strong take right there with some pressure right in her face.
Well, I feel like she may have gotten punched in the face at one point there, but Iwema feeling the pressure from behind, gets it out.
But just a nice backdoor cut, nice pass right there.
Bryn Leonard hitting the front iron.
Well, Lake Central is 0 for tonight in the three-point line. They cannot have that and plan to be successful.
Well, and that's Valpo's kind of giving it to them. They're allowing them to have the outside shots. And honestly, I don't know if you watched the game, the IU-Purdue game. This is kind of what IU and Purdue were doing. Purdue was giving IU a chance to shoot threes, and they couldn't hit them. So the foul for Lake Central on Lexi Iwema.
Oh, what a nice feed right there.
Right up
Barnes with the great feed right there. She averages 5 assists a game and got a great one right there. And who did she feed that ball to? I was watching a great pass. I missed who she fed the ball to there.
So the score was by Gert.
Gert, there we go. Crowell Lanternman Superhero of the game answers the bell as I talk about it.
See, it's just like you just talk into existence. I like it. Iwema heads to the line here to shoot 2. Again, Lake Central in the bonus. Free throws are also kind of the we talked about 3-point shots, and now the free throws are kind of the bugaboo of Lake Central here so far today.
Yeah, Valparaiso opening this lead up by 13.
1 for 2 for the trip. Barnes. This is a fun matchup right here. Wimberly versus Barnes. Barnes has got the height, got the skill, so does Wimberly. This one in the corner for 3, no good. Rebound, though, for Valpo, up and no good, but a foul. And that looks like, it's kind of hard to see the numbers from that far away. It looks Lily Barnes.
Barnes is going to be shooting. It looks like the foul is on Alexa Iwema.
So Barnes to the line, and first free throw, no good.
Boy, both ends of the court having a cap on that rim when it comes to free throw shooting.
I think I did see Lake Central did put a little piece of like styrofoam or something like to block their basket. So Barnes to the line for her second free throw. This one also is no good. Wimberly comes up with the rebound, and she gets it across the timeline now after a little pass to Riley Malosnik. And the one thing for Lake Central here, yeah, they're getting the passes, but most of the passes are pretty crisp. Now, the only thing I'm not a fan of, and you can correct me on this, how you feel, as they feed it down to Kennedy Burks, who has to give that one up.
Yeah, at 5'3", she was in tree land.
I'm not a big fan personally of one-handed passes. I like the two-handed pass.
I agree. You put a little more zip on it.
But that is one thing that I think Lake Central has been doing well getting around this zone, is being able to make good, crisp passes for the most part. A couple errant ones here and there. That's going to happen.
Number 33 for Lake Central picks up the foul. Bishop.
Anaya Bishop, just her first of the game.
Nice.
Team's third of the quarter.
Nice steal right there for Lake Central. Pushing the ball up the court.
Riley Malosnik with 3.
Hello. You talk about missing the 3 long enough, somebody's going to hit one.
Well, the law of large numbers said as Kennedy Burks gets the steal. Wimberly from the top. Yes!
There they go. Little run here for Lake Central. We were just talking a minute ago. They were down 26-13. They just put 7 unanswered. And
ball there, ball on the floor, feeding to Riley Malosnik. Who's going to go up? Draws the contact. Bucket no good. Still no whistle. You know what? I like that no call, Jay. Yep. I mean, that was kind of looking for a bailout call as Bryn Leonard takes it here. Tries to drive in the paint. And I believe we're going to have a blocking foul. Nope, we're going to say on the arm, so this will be 2 shots. The foul is on Gert, her second.
You can cross out that
Yep,
squiggle.
I got you. I got you. Good teammates, you and I.
That's right.
Bryn Leonard, another struggle from the line here. 5 missed free throws here this quarter. It'd be a 1-point game right now. Makes the second. Brings it within 5. Barnes trying to feed in here. She gets it. Full court press is on for Lake Central. 35 seconds to go. Barnes gets across the timeline. Tries to make the spin move around Vanessa Wimberly. Can't get around. There she does there, but the foul going to be called on Vanessa Wimberly. We got a little bit of a hand check in there.
And the noise level has picked up all of a sudden with that Lake Central 8-point run right there.
Yeah, that was pretty big to hit those back-to-back threes in just a matter of seconds as well. I mean, that's a swing when you think about it.
Yes, it is.
And all of a sudden you're within 5, so
big to close the gap a little bit right before halftime. Get some momentum.
Another foul here, and that's going to be against Wimberly. That'll be her second, and she picks up fouls within a matter of seconds.
Talking about hitting threes real quick. 2 fouls picked up quickly.
Yeah, and that puts Valpo at the line now and puts them in the bonus. Barnes knocks the first one down. Makes it a 6-point game as of right now. Still a long way to go total in this game. Misses on the second. Rebound comes down to Lake Central. It was Kennedy Burke. Malosnik trying to find someone to pass to. Almost getting across that timeline, though. You don't want to do that. This one tipped out of bounds. Coach Wilson with the kick save there.
Oh, bad call right there.
Oh, we're saying Valpo ball. Okay.
Yeah, he missed that one completely. Bounced off the Viking leg, and
Barnes behind the back. 5 seconds. Tries to get the shot up. It is no good. Rebound put back up. No good. And that'll be how the half comes to an end. Valparaiso 27, Lake Central 21. The Duneland Athletic Conference is on the line. We'll talk more about that on the other side of the break. You're watching Game Night here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Some see a student athlete working on a shot. We see a powerful lesson in persistence. Some see a student preparing for success on an exam. We see a student athlete preparing for success in life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Trans Audio Mobile Music helps you celebrate. Our pro DJ is playing an entertaining mix of music for wedding receptions, wedding ceremonies, anniversary, birthdays, and corporate parties. We use pro gear like Bose, Chauvet lights and atmospherics, and Shure microphones. We introduced the Giphy Busy Booth, the most fun and brandable photo booth in the region. Book us at trans-audio.com. Trans-audio.com. Highly rated at Wedding Pro and by thousands of customers. Now celebrating 40 years.
How far would you go to live another game night in the region? Well, lucky for you, you don't have to go far at all. At Region Sports Network, we have a collection of over thousands of games, ranging from last week to the 1960s. Now, you can relive the thrilling victories, heartbreaking defeats, and all the things that make Region Sports so great. Talk to us here at RSN and help us remember the region. Please visit Remember the Region with the link on the screen or through our link tree found on all of our social media platforms. Hashtag Remember the Region.
When life keeps you busy and you can't get to the store, shop online with Strachan Van Til To Go. Our to-go service is easy to use. Register using your rewards account information, fill your virtual cart, and choose delivery or pickup. Once your order is in, our own Strachan Van Til team preps your order with care. With our to-go service, you can earn reward points and save time and money with our online coupons and weekly ad prices. Life made simple, shopping made easy. For more information or to sign up, visit shop.strachanvantil.com.
Hi, I'm Crowell Company's Lantern Man. I'll cover your motorcycle. I'll be with you on the water. I'll be with you on the snow. I'll cover your insurance needs wherever you go. I'll be at Crowell Agency from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. As Crowell Company's Lantern Man, I'm your insurance superhero.
Crowell Companies, the insurance professionals in Highland, Maryville, and Michigan City.
Can't wait for summer, but dreading the heat because your old AC let you down? Don't sweat it out this summer. Call Economy Electric Heating and Cooling. The professionals there can fix you up. Install a central air unit that'll last for years. Your family deserves to stay comfortable. And with a 24/7 emergency service, comfort is just a phone call away. Give them a call at 219-923-4441 or check them out on the web at 4ajobdoneright.com.
Welcome back to Game Night here on the Region Sports Network. Michael Brenner here along with Jay Simmons. We got Mike Dewan working the production, Zach Miller working the camera. We got, minus myself, we got the A crew out here tonight, and I'm kind of like A-, B+. I'll take it.
Yeah, we got all kinds of people we see out here. It's a fun night out here.
I mean,
parking lot's packed. Got all kinds of stuff going on. Me and Chris talked about that in the pregame.
Yeah, there is so much going on in this building tonight. The new freshman orientation for parents going on. There's wrestling going on. These doubleheaders tonight. We had our special ed basketball team was practicing as well. It was
JV games going on before this.
Yep, starting at like 4:30. It's been a happening show here around Lake Central. Now, this game was supposed to be played, or these two games were supposed to be played tomorrow, but because of impending weather that is forecasted for kind of the Porter County areas, they're supposed to get a lot of snow, so they wanted to move this game up. So that's why it's being played on a Thursday night. So if you're like, wait a minute, no, we're not playing this game in the future. It's just got moved up a day.
Today's not Friday, is it?
No, I wish. I wouldn't mind. But that would have just meant you had more time to spend with me. Now you get to start your weekend a little bit earlier. You don't have to worry about me. Good game here between Lake Central and Valparaiso.
Let's go over some scoring.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, I didn't count any of the totals up because
You're going to have to use your fingers?
I can do that real quick. Why don't you talk about what you saw in the first half of the game between both teams?
Well, it's interesting. Both teams shot terribly from the free throw line. Lake Central was able to hit a couple, the last couple threes they took, sort of help them bring them back into the game. But really, Lake Central has struggled from the three-point line. We talked about that in the opener with Chris, that they really need to excel at hitting those wide-open looks, and it seemed like Valparaiso was content in giving them those looks, letting them not get the ball to the inside. So Valparaiso playing their game plan perfectly, taking the ball strong to the hole, a little bit smaller defensively for Lake Central. So they've got a lot of good looks in the paint. So if Valparaiso can keep that up, it's going to be a interesting second half. Lake Central's really got to answer the bell, though, from the three-point line.
Yeah, they have to start hitting some of those. They did kind of late in that half. To try to hit, bring within, get 6 points here with just a matter of moments. You talked about forcing their way to baskets. That's kind of what Lily Barnes and Becca Gert have done so far. Combined 17 points between the two, 7 for Barnes, 10 for Gert. Now, this is, as you mentioned, you missed a couple of free throws. That's fine. So these numbers aren't 100% official. So, but, 17 points between two players, not too shabby.
Yeah, and Barnes really did a nice job with all those feeds to the inside to Gert and a couple of the other players. And you look at her stats, she's coming in averaging 6 points, or 16 points a game, 17 points a game, and also 6 assists a game. And you can see why, because not only is she looking for her shot, but she's also looking for teammates breaking to the basket, and she's done that several times.
I feel like that is a very underrated statistic in basketball, is that assist number, just because you're allowing your team to get a chance to score. It might not be you might not be the leading scorer, but you're at least trying to make opportunities happen.
Yes.
So I like that.
We like to keep the rest of the team involved.
For Lake Central, they've had a number of different scorers. Leading the way, though, is Anaya Bishop with 6 points. And then following that up, Vanessa Wimberly with 5. She had that big three to kind of put it. She had that second one of the two that were made. Riley Malosnik started it, and then a steal and a get for Vanessa Wimberly to get that back to about a 6-point game at the time after getting 6 points for LC.
Yeah. Like I said, Lake Central, the cap has been on around the rim, though. When they get to the free throw line, they need to hit those. When they get the chance at the charity strike, they need to hit that, and they got to start doing better from the three-point line. I feel like I'm saying that over and over.
Yeah,
boy, they really need to.
All right, we're going to take a step aside for just a moment. You are watching Game Night here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Earn while you learn from the best hands in the business. The Bricklayers Allied Craft Workers for Indiana, Kentucky Apprenticeship. That's right, this is a paid apprenticeship.
I'm getting an education while learning a trade and getting paid for it.
The thing that surprised me the most about this apprenticeship program is the respect I have received after the proper time and training.
Classes start soon, so apply now. There are training centers throughout Indiana and Kentucky. We are the Bricklayers and Allied Craft Workers for Indiana, Kentucky Apprenticeship. The best hands in the business.
This box is small, like Pet Supplies Plus. This one is large, like a big box store. In each, Stu has carefully hidden a toy. Question is, which dog will find it first? Ta-da! Moose, no! You were so close.
Four Seasons Mechanical proudly serves Northwest Indiana, providing quality, reasonably priced, reliable service. With a quality and comfort guarantee, the professionals at Four Seasons Mechanical offer a wide range of services in heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. Whether it's residential or commercial, Four Seasons Mechanical is there 24/7. To find out more, the website is fourseasonsmechanical.com or give them a call at 219-756-7020. Four Seasons Mechanical, your indoor air quality specialists.
And welcome back to Lake Central High School. Valparaiso up 27-21 over the Lake Central Indians. We are about to start the second half, and we are minus Michael Bradner. Oh, glad to see you could join us there, Mr. Bradner.
I'm always around. I'm never too far, don't worry.
Oh, you like a bad penny? You just turn up?
Like a hangnail. All right, start of the second half here for Lake Central and Valparaiso. Oh, this one is steal. Nadia Clayton getting in front of her own defender there, getting all the way up to in and scoring. Nadia Clayton here in the start of the second half.
That's the way Lake Central wanted to start this second half. Nice turnover, good pressure defense right there by the Indians. Looks like it's an extended 2-1-2 zone.
Trying to save that one. It goes out of bounds. It'll be Lake Central ball here.
2 turnovers, 2 possessions for the Vikings.
Not a number you want to lead in.
And nice job by Coach Huppenthal coming out with a little different look defensively.
Still keeping the dribble, had it stolen away. Just couldn't get back to her feet. Vanessa Wimberly. Stop, pop, and no good, but Ayla Krieger with the rebound. Clayton to the right side. This one, she tried to pass it, and it was stolen away in the air. That might be a play of the game right there as nice. Barnes trying to fight her way up. Again, no basket, no foul call, though. Wimberly trying to drive her way in again.
Again, no foul.
I mean,
a little bit of contact, but good position both times with the strong takes to the basket by the defense.
Well, and they're calling it fair both ways. I mean, they're not just calling all these fouls on one side, so they're not calling anything on either side, and I'm fine with that. Letting them play a little bit, but got to worry about a little bit, maybe too much physicality at some point down the road. Malosnik tries to feed this one. A Bishop. Now it's a Clayton. Probably got to look somebody in the middle. That's where Bishop's at right now. Clayton kind of taking that spot too. Because they're getting out close to that timeline there. This one poked away. Here's the give here on the near side. Gerd trying to feed to Lily Barnes. Out of bounds, and it'll stay here with Valpo.
A nice job right there by Regan O'Hellick right there. The nice little steal right there. Initiated the fast break. Ball goes out of bounds. Still no scoring in Lake Central with 2 so far in the second half.
This one almost swatted away.
A little sloppy by both teams coming out of the halftime.
Barnes going all the way up, and it does fall down. So the first basket of the second half for Barnes.
Nice strong take by Barnes to the basket, cutting right through the middle of the lane.
Krieger thought about that 3, kicks it up though. Here's Vanessa Wimberly in the corner. Off the mark, ball up in the air, comes down to Valparaiso. They'll look to push here. 6:06 to go here in the third quarter. Again, if Lake Central wins, they are outright conference champions. And there's still a chance that they could be overall champions. It'll just depend on what Valpo does against Michigan City. 3-point ball put up, no good.
Second chance basket. Possibly for Valparaiso with the strong offensive rebound.
Wasserman had the rebound. Van Cannon here.
Lake Central still in that 2-1-2 zone.
Trying to feed down to the baseline, trying to give it to Gerd. It's poked away. Anaya Bishop off to Riley Malosnik on the left side. She fights her way, kicks it out to Wimberly, has to corral it. And now the pass into the corner. Malosnik puts up for 3. Just off the mark. Rebound comes down to Bishop, though. Wimberly says, I'm going to take one. It's a little too long. Trying to get in there defensively, trying to intercept some passes, but here comes Valpo on the push. Lily Barnes brings it up the floor. Meets that 2-1-2 defense you talked about, Jay.
Again, Lake Central really struggling from that 3-point line tonight.
Barnes fighting right through. It's like they're partying like the Red Sea for her.
Yeah, she just thinned right between two defenders and did a great job taking it, not causing any contact on the way up for the layup.
And we lost this one. Is Nadia Clayton.
Yeah, it looked like it hit off her leg right out of bounds. Lake Central just ice cold from the field so far the second half.
Both these teams come in with pretty impressive records, and it's been a little while since Valparaiso has beaten Lake Central since 2018 here in the regular season. Skirt trying to find her way, a little too low on the baseline there. Now gets it back in the corner. So a victory here tonight against Lake Central would be huge for this program to try to get this as they get back up. Then Cannon can't get it to go. Ball was in the air. Out of bounds, they're going to say LC ball. And, even with Valparaiso, let's say Lake Central comes back and gets a miraculous win here. This is giving Lake Central a real good test for how the rest of the conference or how the IHSAA tournament will go for them. And really, this is showing me like Valparaiso's in for a long haul as well, because they're gonna put some teams on notice here with play like this. It's not like these two teams have played easy schedules either. As Kennedy Burks tries for the three, this one tapped out.
Lake Central cannot find a hot hand.
Well, they found it, and it's Lily Barnes, unfortunately.
Krieger with the bad pass.
Oh, dips it down, can't get it to go. Here comes Krieger.
Hustles down, gets the rebound.
Anaya Bishop tries to put it up there. I was going to say there's a foul on the floor.
Yeah, Bishop tried to take that one strong to the basket and initiated the contact out about 10 feet from the basket.
So 3:31 here to go in the third quarter.
Block call on.
That'll be on Clark.
Candace Clark.
So 3:31. Here's the inbound here to Anaya Bishop. Burks gives to Riley Malaznik. She's good at the three. So is Ayla Krieger. Oh, and it hit the
support.
Yeah, the little support beam that's keeping the rim down. Because look for a second, that might hit that and go right down, which would have been really nice for Lake Central right about now. The lead stretches to 8 for Valparaiso with 3:23 to go here in the third.
Lake Central 2 for tonight at the three-point line. Switch back to man-to-man for Lake Central defensively.
Girls' season is wrapping up here. Already this coming Sunday is the sectional draw show. Both these teams will be will actually be hosting their sectionals. So Lake Central hosts theirs. They'll play teams like Hammond and Munster and Maryville and West Side, among others. And then for Valpo, they got Chesterton and Portage and Hobart, among others. And they will host as well. Malaznik, 2:50 to go here in the third. Feeds it into Bishop. Tries to kick it down to Iwema on the baseline. Her jumper is no good. Gert with the rebound, but a foul going to be called. I believe it'll be on Nadia Clayton.
Clayton, that looks like it'll be her third.
How important is it when you start hosting, when you're doing sectionals, to be the host school for that? Does that play a big factor in how you're going to play the rest of how that tournament goes?
Not really. It's nice to be. You don't have to get on the bus and go anywhere. And it's you can practice. You get practice here all the time, so it is an advantage in terms of being at your home facility. But other than that, no, not really.
And I would imagine that you have a little bit more home support.
Yes.
So that probably helps in a way. Feeding this one down, Wasserman out to Barnes, and this is a kick out by Bishop.
Wimberly needed to be just a little bit taller to intercept that pass, just right over her outstretched arm.
Barnes trying to find someone to get it into. They find O'Halleck. Now Barnes pulls up for three. She knocks it down.
I'm going to go on a limb and say that's the first three-pointer for Vikings.
It very well might be. Yeah, it might be. Definitely for Lily Barnes. Bishop. They didn't signal if this was a three, so it had to have been a two if she had gotten it, but no good.
Oh, they did call it a two.
Barnes just going up and forcing her way to get to a basket. You know, we had a chance to talk to Coach Huppenthal before the game, and he said that's one of the things is making sure that they don't let Lily Barnes beat them. Well, she's beating them for sure right now. We're going to step aside. You're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Some see a student athlete working hard in the weight room. We see a future leader learning there are no shortcuts to success. Some see a start to a swim meet. We see the starting blocks for life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
We welcome you back to Game Night here on the Region Sports Network. Mike Brenner here along with the one and thankfully the only Jay Simmons.
Thank you.
Always good to work with you, buddy.
Yes, it is. Good to work with me, too.
I knew it was somewhere in there. A lot of dignitaries out here tonight. I see former LC coach Doug McAllister out in the crowd as well. He's enjoying retirement very nicely.
Yes, he is.
When are you doing that? That's got to be around the corner for you soon.
It's getting close. The light is at the end of the tunnel.
I know there's a golden ticket somewhere for you. Vanessa Wimberly and Burke's getting very close to that timeline there, the half-court line, as Iwema tries to get that steal. Wasn't expecting to pass. Here comes Lily Barnes, who gets the steal.
Yeah, she had an open look to the basket. She had a nice cut going there, just couldn't corral the pass.
Barnes lost her shot going up. Still no call. They're going to say it's going to be here with Valpo.
Good defense from the weak side by number 24, Bryn Leonard. Right there came and blocked the shot of Barnes. She thought she had spun and got an open look and got a hand in the face.
Barnes tries for the three, no good. Leonard comes down for the rebound. One of the other dignitaries I see here in the crowd is Iwema goes up and in. And it's appropriate that Iwema gets that because you know who was on that 94 state championship team was her mom, Leslie Iwema. And one of the dignitaries here today is Coach Medjesi, who was the coach for that.
Yeah, I saw him down there.
He's coaching, helping coach the boys team for Valparaiso now. And is that a 5-second
yes,
call?
It
is.
Good defense by Lake Central right there.
So a 5-second call on Lily Barnes. So under a minute to play here in the third quarter. Valpo up by 11 right now. Does Lake Central have another run in them is the question.
It all depends on whether or not they can get hot from the three-point line.
Malosnik. They pass around the perimeter. Trying to get this defense tired. They don't seem to be tired, though. That's the problem. Burks.
Well, they're looking for some cracks in that defense to get inside to that lane.
Malosnik to Wimberly. Got it! 25 seconds here to go in the third.
See if Valparaiso holds for that last shot.
May not have that ability to, as we'll have a foul here on Iwema.
Oh, they called the travel.
So they call the travel first, and that's going to get the Valpo crowd absolutely beside themselves. I'll tell you what, here tonight, there is a large green contingent for Valparaiso.
They wanted to get out before the snow.
Yeah.
They got snowed in out there.
I always love when they say, like, oh, yeah, you're going to get a foot of snow, and then it's like,
yeah, whatever.
Half an inch. 15 seconds here. What has Lake Central got here? 13 seconds, pushing it up the floor.
Got to swing that ball around.
Yep, and that's what they're looking to do. Trying to get into the fading cutter there. Bishop out of bounds, though. Turnover for Lake Central.
They did have a second or two when Krieger was open in the lane, but nobody could get her the ball. Tough throwing over those tall trees on that zone defense.
Curious what Huppenthal has drawn up here. Are they going to let them inbound the ball and then try to get them from making a shot will be the question. 5.7 left on the clock here in the third. They're trying to go long range. They end up going with O'Halleck short range here. Krieger stops Vanessa Wimberly. The shot is up. It's not going to be good. Burks gets it And the third quarter comes to an end. Valparaiso a quarter away from getting what many would call an upset tonight. We're only 1 quarter away from that. You're watching Game Night of the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
This box is small, like Pet Supplies Plus. This one is large, like a big box store. In each, Stu, has carefully hidden a toy. Question is, which dog will find it first? Ta-da! Moose, no! You were so close.
Four Seasons Mechanical proudly serves Northwest Indiana, providing quality, reasonably priced, reliable service. With a quality and comfort guarantee, the professionals at Four Seasons Mechanical offer a wide range of services in heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. Whether it's residential or commercial, Four Seasons Mechanical is there 24/7. To find out more, the website is fourseasonsmechanical.com or give them a call at 219-756-7020. Four Seasons Mechanical, your indoor air quality specialist.
Welcome back to Game Night here on the Region Sports Network. 1 quarter to go. Valpo with the lead. Single digits, though. They just had a double-digit point lead a few minutes ago, but Lake Central's been trying. They've kind of hit those threes when they really absolutely are desperate for one, and it just seems like it was going to get away from them a little bit, and then they get it. Before it got too out of hand, they get the bucket. Wimberly pushes ahead. She's got 2 of those 3 3-pointers that Lake Central has tonight. Malosnik trying to drive that left side, gets it up off the window and in.
Oh, a nice little floater right over to defense by Malosnik. Strong take. Lake Central extending the defense, playing a little 1-3-1 by themselves as well.
Well, you talked about trying to find those holes in the defense. They found one there. 3-point basket is up and in.
Candace Clark.
Yeah, Cadence Clark.
Cadence.
That's a big 3 for Valparaiso. Kind of, hits the demoralizing button a little bit there for Lake Central. Malosnik tries to answer. It's offline, but it banks in.
Do you have to call the bank?
Bank open late on a Thursday night. Makes it a 6-point game. We've got time here. Is it a timeout taken by Lake Central is the question. Yeah, timeout by Lake Central. It'll be a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it right here. Man, oh man, those are some
back-to-back threes.
Yeah, 1 for Valpo, 1 for Lake Central, and yeah, hitting the bank shot. Because we could see from our vantage point that was going offline a little bit, but it hits the backboard and ricochets in. That's like your game.
Yes, it is. My game's golf. I try to usually bank it off the clubhouse and back to the green.
I didn't know you had game in anything. I was just making stuff up.
Yeah, but some quick scoring by both teams. Keeping it interesting, keeping the crowd in the game. Very, very loud crowd.
Well, and
very into it.
I'm going to say this. A lot of people, obviously they kind of, don't appreciate women's sports the way that maybe we should start looking at it. I mean, it's one thing that's starting to build not only on network programming, but here in the region as well. I mean, you were looking at 2 of the dominant programs, and there's a few of them here. This one tipped out of bounds, and it'll go to Lake Central, so a big turnover here. But, I mean, you have some of the best female players on this floor right now. I mean, obviously there's so many more around the region, but there is just some of the best. Lily Barnes, Vanessa Wimberly, just 2 of those examples amongst many others. And it's fun. I mean, it's fun to watch. And when it's a close game like this, makes it even better.
Yep, good defensive pressure by the Vikings right here.
Bishop saves, gives out to Krieger, trying to find more of those holes in the defense. Nadia Clayton for 3. It's no good. Rebound comes down to Valparaiso. Now there's a little bit of a scrum for the basketball. Officials are letting them kind of, fight their way through, and then the 10-second the 10-second count gets started once we get official possession there. This one lost. Out of bounds, we'll say Lake Central. That's another big turnover. And again, I have a feeling, Jay, a lot of it's because of the fact that while we're thinking there should be some calls here, they're not calling them, and I'm okay with that.
Right.
It's consistent. That's all you ask for.
Yeah, Barnes is just a little bit out of control, trying to take that ball to the basket. Turned it over.
So staying here in the backcourt. Krieger gets it to Wimberly. She's been one of the hot hands from beyond the arc here tonight for Lake Central. A lot of these Lake Central players can get hot from beyond the arc. Vanessa Wimberly tries. It's a little too long, fighting for the rebound. Well, we got a little bit of a shove there with the hip by Lily Barnes there, and again, no call, and I'm okay with it.
Coach Uppenthal put his arms up like, hey, come on, let's make the call. Barnes just didn't want to reach for the ball at the last second. She was right on the out-of-bounds line.
I mean, that's all you can ask for is that the calls are being consistent both ways, and I'm all for it. Let them battle.
Yep.
Because you know what? In certain spots in this tournament, you're going to have to be battle-tested and fight through some things, and this is a good test here tonight because they're both giving it to each other.
Yeah, Valparaiso just haven't been able to get a shot off at the basket the last couple trips down, and they've been taking the ball to the basket and just had some turnovers. So they've got to seal the deal here. They got to, once they get into the lane, they've got to get some shot up and get some baskets here to open up this lead. Down to under 6 minutes left, 6 points.
16 points for Lily Barnes in this one tonight. She had 7 in that first half. And Gert has not had a bucket here in the second half of this game.
Yeah, Barnes is sort of carrying the team right now in terms of scoring.
Lake Central spreading it around a little bit between Malosnik and Clayton and then Vanessa Wimberly. But scoring is coming at a premium for both these two teams here tonight. They don't give up much. As the crowd looking for any kind of a call somewhere, but yeah, that whistle not being blown a whole lot here, and now we've got one. After the double team.
Yeah, looks like it's going to be on Malosnik right there for the reach-in foul.
It's a little bit, so some of the ones where we feel like should be blatantly, there's a little bit of shoving, a little bit of hand checks, and then these get called. 5:27 to go in this one. 6-point game for Valpo. Ball on the ground. Vanessa Wimberly trying to get her hands in there to try to steal this one. And that's going to be a backcourt.
Back and forth. Another turnover by the Vikings, sort of not taking care of the ball very well, but on the other side, it's good defense by the Lake Central Indians.
But this is where you've had a number of Valpo turnovers in this second half. You have to capitalize if you're Lake Central.
Yes, they do. They've been getting open looks. They just got to get them all the way in.
Krieger trying to find somebody. They do in the middle. Kick it out. Malosnik in the corner. It's going to be in there for 3. Riley Malosnik with her third triple of the night, second of this quarter, makes it a 3-point game with under 5 minutes to play. Barnes going to have to go to work. She kicks it out. Gert for 2. No good. Malosnik trying to find someone on the baseline. Gets it to Wimberly. Cuts back to the middle. Tapaki drives the right line. And to the window, it's a 1-point game.
At Wimberly, coast to coast on that one. Great take to the basket. A little bit of hand in her face, but she still was able to complete it. Crowd's coming alive here.
Poked away by Bishop. Fights for it. Goes up. Lake Central leads.
Let's see if she can complete the 3-point play, the traditional 3-point play. This is her second opportunity. Last time in the first half, she missed the free throw to complete the 3-pointer. And let's see if she can see it. Now Valparaiso calls the timeout, ices her.
Man, oh man, this is an electric game. It looked like it was all in Valpo's favor from the start. I mean, they got the big lead right early on. They had a lead here in the second half, and it has gone by the wayside now. Lake Central has battled their way back. They have a 1-point lead. They're going to try to stretch it to 2 once they get to the line.
Yeah, I think at halftime it was 27-21. At the end of the third quarter, it was Valparaiso 36, Lake Central 28. I think the biggest lead Valparaiso's had was in the middle of that second quarter when they were up 26-13.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you are right. I don't say that very often with you, but
well, I appreciate the effort. Let's see if Bishop can complete the three-point play here. Put Lake Central up by 2.
Still 4 minutes, 20 seconds to go in this one, so still a long way to go, still anybody's game. But Lake Central has battled all the way back here tonight, and no good on the three-point play. Tap back out to Wimberly, though. Give to Clayton, who kicks it out. Malosnik for 3. No good. This place would have gone absolutely bananas had she hit that.
Right. Ball's turned over. Valparaiso Vikings ball. Lake Central going to extend the pressure.
I mean, if we were to look at this, though, and talk about some of the things that, kind of nitpick what the box score looks like, you can argue, like, hey, Lake Central should have a bigger lead hitting free throws. That's something that I really feel like they're going to have to work on. Defense needs to pick up here on this end.
The defense, though, in the second half, the intensity of the defense here for the Lake Central Indians has been outstanding.
Big time smother there, 3-team action. Lily Barnes with it. That's the person you want to give it up to. Jump shot, no good.
Valparaiso just doesn't look like they can get into their set offense because of the tough defense Lake Central is playing.
Well, and this is where, both teams still have a few timeouts left. If I'm Coach Wilson, this is where at some point maybe like, hey, we need to calm it down. Maybe that's what happened in that last timeout right before the free throw. But, hey, I know they just took the lead. We're fine. We've led most of the game. Krieger puts one up, no good. Because this is where if you're a team like, oh, my gosh, we were just up by double digits and now all of a sudden we're losing, take a breath. You're fine. Barnes feeds the cut. It's up, and it's good. Back for the lead is Valparaiso. Gert with the first bucket of the half.
Boy, nice pick and roll right there. Gert knew exactly what to do. Take that ball strong to the basket.
Wimberly gives up to Malosnik, tries to feed the middle. Here's a turnover. Now we talked about turnovers the other way, how Lake Central need to capitalize. Can Valpo do it? Long on the 3. Krieger gets the rebound. Eventually, Lake Central is going to make some silly turnovers as well. Valpo needs to capitalize on those situations. Wimberly rattles it around. It won't go. Here comes Barnes. Coach Wilson saying, let's go, let's go. Jump shot blocked. Ball.
Looks like it's going to.
It is going to go Lake Central.
Well, I thought it was Vikings ball, but.
Well, the official says Lake Central. I have to agree with you, though. I think that was supposed to be Valpo ball.
Right in front of us.
Yeah, a lot of hands in there, though.
I did not. These glasses must not be working right.
Wrong prescription.
Looks like Valparaiso's starting to wear down a little bit physically. Not as aggressive on that zone defense.
This is you on the broadcast. Feed down to Krieger underneath.
Oh,
can't get the point-blank range. The next bunny is good.
Krieger stays with it, gets her own rebound, and finishes it up. Lake Central back up by 1 with under 2 minutes left.
Barnes trying to fight her way up. And we'll have a foul here against Lake Central. Barnes has been doing that throughout the course of the night, except when she does it, she's a little bit closer to the basket and started trying to throw one up from about 10 feet. She's been closer to that box down there.
Yeah, Barnes has got to get her teammates involved. It seems like everybody else is just sitting around waiting for her to do something. She's got to get the rest of the team involved here in this last couple minutes.
Lily Barnes can't connect on the first free throw. She has not scored this quarter. $16 points for her on the night, though. Can't grab the second one either, and here comes the rebound to Lake Central. 1:45 to go in this contest. A 1-point lead for Lake Central. Krieger thought about the three-pointer. Bishop up.
And it looks like she's fouled.
Yeah, she
is.
Go
to the line.
Oh, my gosh. Can you imagine falling down if she could have gotten that in? Woo! I don't think we would have been able to hear ourselves for a good 2 minutes. Bishop will go to the line. The foul is on Wasserman, her third. First one spirals down. These are some pressure free throws for Lake Central. Tries to give them a little bit of a cushion here.
Well, minute 38 left.
Knocks them both down. Those are some big hits for Anaya Bishop. And don't forget, we've got awards to hand out at the end of this one. We've got the Crowell Company's Lantern Man Superhero of the Game. We've got the Play of the Game and the Blue Collar Player of the Game presented by the Region Sports Network.
Always fun awards to hand out.
How many times did you win any of these awards when you played?
They didn't have this. They didn't have this medium when I played.
Oh, that's right. You're a little too old for the awards.
They had smoke signals back when I played.
Signal fires. You got your awards on chiseled stone, right?
That's it. We had radio back then. Come on now. My senior year was the first year there was a local TV station.
I thought you were going to say your senior year was the first year of radio.
No.
I was waiting. Like you're just teeing it up for me there at that point.
No, they did have the first broadcasted games back then.
$1:38 to go here in the fourth. Lake Central leads by 3. They were trailing most of the game. The fourth quarter has turned for the Indians over the Vikings. Again, if Lake Central wins here, what a bit of strength there by Vanessa Wimberly, falling backwards and stays on her feet. Malosnik gives up to Clark here in the corner. Clark drives baseline, puts up a shot. It's no good. Clayton with the rebound. She fights her way through to keep it. And now Lake Central in a position to kind of just walk it up the floor. Long pass. Barnes with the pick. Is it a pick six? Feed down. Couldn't corral it. Not on the same page. You know what, though? I'm going to give Barnes a little bit of credit here. She thought she had the passer right there. She thought she had the pass right there. And then you know what? Says, that's my bad. Smiles and looks at her teammate. Instead of getting all frustrated or anything like that, like we do see some people start to do, I respect that. Under a minute to play. Malosnik. Lake Central's in a position where they can hold out. They don't have to make a shot here.
No, they do not.
Definitely just don't want a turnover.
That's right.
Almost got one there. It's going to be a foul.
Yeah, on Barnes. It's a good hustle play right there by Barnes. Go gamble out to reach and get the steal.
Well, and honestly, you want the ball back. So
yeah, they're going to have to do that a couple more times. You got time. You don't have to rush the fouls.
Right.
Get them out away from the basket.
Yeah, Lake Central with 2 fouls here in the quarter. Valparaiso with 3. So if they want the ball back, they are going to have to. As Vanessa can hold it back there for 10 seconds, gets fouled again, so that'll be the 4th foul of the quarter. .2 seconds remain. I'll tell you what, though, this is going to be, whoever ends up winning this one, that's going to amp up the boys' side as well a little bit.
Oh, 100%. They need to open up that extra room of bleachers up top. There's a lot of people standing around the top.
Skip pass, turned over. Here comes Barnes, 30 seconds to go. Down by 3. Give for 3. No good. Tapped out on the floor. Valpo still with it. Barnes kicks it in the corner for 3. No good. Ball on the floor. And now finally a whistle for a jump ball with 15.5.
Looks like it's going to stay at this end. We cannot see the arrow, but it looks like it's going to stay Valparaiso's ball. It looks like they're going to call timeout, set up a play.
And it is going to have to be a full timeout. All right, Jay, I'm going to ask you. Let's keep it right here.
Yep.
Obviously you're going to draw up the 3-point play to try to, you have 15 seconds. Do you go for the 3 right away? Do you still try to get 2 and try to get a turnover or a foul?
Well, I'll set up the 3 play.
Okay.
Right? And try and get it off as quickly as possible. Have everybody crash the board. Nobody go back to play defense. Everybody crash the board. Try and get that offensive rebound. Put it back. Call timeout right there. Or if you come up with the 3-point play, have somebody on a backside looking for an easy layup. Maybe if there's not the open 3, you pass it to the backside, swing it around, and look for the easy bucket, and then call a timeout and go for the foul.
I like all those options. Will it work, though, is the question. Now watch, we're going to have
best of laid plans.
Now we'll see what Coach Wilson ends up drawing up here. I'm sure, I know for a fact she's smarter than you. So,
well, that's not saying a whole lot.
No.
But you got your best 3-point shooter out at the top of the key. I have to say, if I was Lake Central, I'd put Krieger on Barnes. And make her shoot over instead of having Wimberly on her, which she can easily shoot over the top of.
And Wimberly on her, though. Trying to block the defender there. Into the corner. Stolen away by Clayton. But she steps out of bounds. So it'll go back to Valparaiso with 11.7 left on the clock.
Would have had that play set up, and then all of a sudden, Nadia Clayton comes out of nowhere, deflects that pass, almost comes up with the great steal.
Inbound, Barnes, 10 seconds. Gets around the screen, the shot bounces out. 5 seconds, ball on the ground. The scrum.
That's going to be Lake Central ball.
And that is a tie-up. That'll be Lake Central ball, as Jay said. 2.8 to go.
Boy, if I'm Lake Central, I just throw the ball to the other end.
Foul quickly on Wimberly here with 1.6. And I can see the boys on the other side for Lake Central definitely doing a little bit of a happy dance over there right now.
Well, their team, their school came back and fought, being down by 26-13 middle of the second quarter. Closed the gap with great defense. Not great shooting, but in spots they had to make baskets, they did.
And Wimberly has pretty much just iced this game right now for Lake Central. Jay, I don't know who you're going to come up with for your awards, but man, oh man, it's probably going to be a little bit tough. A lot of opportunities for everybody. And knocks them both down. We talked about free throws being pivotal. That just about does it. 46-41 your final, and Lake Central DAC champions. What a comeback for Lake Central.
I talked with Coach Huppenthal, and he said a couple different games that were some big signature wins for them. Trying to find that sheet that I wrote it down on. There's 1,000 of them here. Oh, here it is. And he said the Bedford game.
Bedford, North Lawrence.
Yes, and that was, he said, boy, you circle one, you say, wow, what a great game. And then Indian Creek, he said, they played against the girls 6-4 in that game. It's already committed to IU. He said, wow, that was a great defensive game. This game right here is going to be their new signature game.
Yeah, without question. There's no doubt about that. A big win for Lake Central here tonight, and they become champions of the Duneland yet again. We will step aside for just a moment. We will crunch the numbers and get our awards all set up. You're watching Game Night of the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Blythe's Team Sports in Valparaiso is a leader in athletics apparel and equipment sales. With in-house production including screen printing, trophies, embroidery, and more, Blythe's can help you to create the perfect look. For more information, visit them online at teamblythes.com. Blythe's Team Sports in Valparaiso, where the athletes shop.
Hi, this is Tim down at Tire Pros and Auto Superstore, 5200 Cleveland in Maryville. 219-887-3333 is our phone number. We've been serving the region and building relationships with our valued customers for the past 23 years. We have a wide variety of services, quality tires with the best warranty in the nation, and some of the most skilled mechanics I've ever worked with. Let us exceed your expectations. We're setting a new standard. Come on down, ask for Mike or Tim. We'll take excellent care of you. Thank you.
Is there a steal or something there?
Some see a student athlete working on a shot. We see a powerful lesson in persistence. Some see a student preparing for success on an exam. We see a student athlete preparing for success in life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Flat on it? Okay.
How far would you go to live another game night in the region? Well, lucky for you, you don't have to go far at all. At Region Sports Network, we have a collection of over thousands of games, ranging from last week to the 1960s. Now, you can relive the thrilling victories, heartbreaking defeats, and all the things that make Region Sports so great. Talk to us here at RSN and help us remember the region. Please visit Remember the Region with the link on the screen or through our link tree found on all of our social media platforms. Hashtag Remember the Region.
Welcome back to Game Night here on the Region Sports Network. Michael Brenner here along with Jay Simmons. Final of the girls' game between Lake Central and Valparaiso. Lake Central 46, Valpo 41. Let's go right to the awards because we got a game coming up here in just a moment. Let's go with our Crowd Companies Lancherman Superhero of the game. The Crowd Companies proud to recognize the superheroes on the basketball court.
And we're going to go with the superhero. We're going to go with Riley Malosnik hitting 2 big threes in that fourth quarter to put Lake Central out in front, and out in front they stayed the last 2.5 minutes of the fourth quarter. Great job by Riley Malosnik.
All right, let's go with play of the game presented by the Region Sports Network. I'll take this one, Jay. We're going to stay with that fourth quarter. Anaya Bishop getting a steal, laying up the basket to try to get the lead for Lake Central. They finally take the lead for the first time in the night. She got fouled, went to the line, came up a bit short, but that bucket to put them ahead got this crowd absolutely berserk, and Lake Central was able to go on and win the ball game after that. Let's go with our blue-collar player of the game presented by the Region Sports Network.
And that is Lillian Barnes. Great second half. She tried to put this team on her back in that fourth quarter, just seemed to run out of gas just a little bit, but she had a great game. She led the scorers for Valparaiso with 16, and a hard-fought 16 that was.
Well, Coach Uppenthal told us that he wants to try to get Lily Barnes to not score any buckets, and she did not score in that fourth quarter, so that was big for Lake Central. All right, that'll wrap things up here. Our executive producer is Chris Ramirez. Our operations manager is Rich Castillo. Coordinating producer is Zach Miller. And he is also doing camera today, so he's doing double duty along with Mike Derwan, our sports director, and our production guy today. Both guys doing a great job. And then there's, of course, the man, the myth, the legend, Jay Simmons, along with myself, Mike Bradner. Thanks to the coaches, Joe Huppenthal and Candy Wilson of Lake Central and Valparaiso, respectively, for helping us get prepped for today's game, along with the athletic directors, Chris Enyard of Lake Central and Stacey Adams for Valparaiso. And, of course, you, the viewers, on Facebook, YouTube, and RegionSports.com. Without you guys, we wouldn't be able to do what we do, so thank you very much. You've been watching Region Sports Network. Oh, I got to say one thing before we go. We are going to have a separate stream for the boys' game, so stay tuned. That game is coming up in just a few minutes. You're watching Game Night of the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.